Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. So I want to show you how you can have an alert system that goes off on your speakers when you can turn the liquidity grab trader on to manage your positions. So right now we're looking for a V-top right now after news. You can see over here looking for a V-top, and then we can turn the liquidity grab trader on. Looking for a V-top right now with trend. Our dual trend filter is red. Once it's V-tops, liquidity grab trader can be turned on to manage this position, the entry, stop, and the exit. There's another way you can do it with an alert system. So you can take our same chart. This is a 1-20-20. It's a 1-20-20 Unirinco. And you can put my outer edge indicator on it. This is an indicator that has an alert system with it. And what it does with this alert system, you know how I love the zero turn candles. Zero turn candles are my favorite setup V-top you can get in the trading room with trend. It's my favorite setup. So when they fire off, if you have a zero turn candle that comes up, and this is just with my outer edge strategy or indicator on top of our proprietary zones has been tested for 30 years on the S&P. And that's it. Nothing else on there. We don't have the dual trend filter on there. We don't need it with this type of strategy. If you're looking for an alert, on an outer edge trade. So when this yellow candle fires off on the outer edge indicator, if you put it on the 1-20-20, you'll put my zones up. These are my standard zones. And then you'll insert the outer edge indicator. The outer edge indicator, once it fires off, which it does, you'll turn the liquidity grab trader on to manage your entry, your stop, and your targets. So what you're going to do then is you'll let it go off on your speakers so you don't miss any zero turn candles on the outer edge. So that way, if you do have one that comes up, you know to take advantage of the price movement. So when the zero turns come up, I'm just getting this down so you can see it. I don't want to get over price action. We're looking for a V-top right now, guys. So you can see these outer edge, you can use it as a, right here's a V-top, looking for a V-top. We're about ready to turn the liquidity grab trader on after a V-tops. This is the current price action after retail sales. Get ready for a first liquidity grab trade on LG2. You can toggle it on after we V-top here. But another way you can do it is you can use the outer edge zones to turn on liquidity grab trader, because liquidity grab trader will get short right after the V-top here. You turn it on here and here, and they can look for runners. So the way to do that is just insert my outer edge indicator with, there's an alert system. You can put it to whatever wave you want to do. I like it when it beeps. I believe that's wave 3 under the indicator. Let it beep. It tells you when you have an outer edge that just posted. That's the best time to look for liquidity grab trader to get into a position. All right, right now we just V-top. Like right here, we just V-top. We're waiting for the first liquidity grab. We just V-top looking for the first liquidity grab trade right now to pull into the market, the LG2. But this is a good way for you guys because the market gets stretched in the outer edge of my zone. So if these zones been tested, which they have been for the past 30 years to be the best zones to reverse price, if they get outside of the zone and get back inside the zone, this yellow candle is going to post with an alert on your speakers. It's called the outer edge trade. If that posts, that's an ideal time to look for the first liquidity grab, LG2, to fire in the market. So this morning we had one right here. So this is current price action right now. It's trying to V-top on us. Our zone's red. We're looking for a liquidity grab short. It has not given us one yet. So this trying to liquidity grab right now. We'll see if it closes down. But this morning at 6:03, we had a outer edge V-top. So this is what you want to try to look for. So you can turn those on, outer edge with the liquidity grab trader. Okay? So right now we're looking for a liquidity grab short. We have a V-top that came in. You see the V-top here. V-top here on our charts. The yellow trigger fired. It's got to fire within 3 candles. So we're looking for the first liquidity grab on liquidity grab trader LG2 right now. It hasn't fired yet. But there's your hammer. So you start, so that's a 0 turn right there. That's the first hammer. So the count begins 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's got to fire yellow candle within 3. On a V-top, you want to see it fire yellow candle to give you confirmation this thing's going to roll over. So it fired on 1, 2, the second candle or second bar. So we're waiting for our liquidity grab, which we don't have yet. So it's waiting for a liquidity grab. If this closes back red, the strategy is going to fire in the trade. If we close back red here and break this low, the strategy will fire in the trade. If it does not, and we close back a green bar or candle, then turn the liquidity grab trader off and wait for the next V-top. So here's a V-top that formed. There's a V-top. So we're waiting for the first liquidity grab. They're trying to grab liquidity right now. If this closes back red, it confirms that liquidity has been grabbed in the market. And the liquidity grab trader will get short at the break of the low of this bar. That's what we're going to wait on here this morning. News just posted. Retail sales. We're waiting for our first liquidity grab of the morning. If this candle closes back green, then we just turn it off and wait for the next V-top with overall trend direction. Trend direction is red, red. You can see that we're in a downtrend. Starts downtrend here this morning around 7 and some change. 7:24. It starts downtrend. So we are waiting to see if this is going to be a liquidity grab short, our first liquidity grab of the morning. We're in a tradable gap. Our target will be down to 59.71. If we do pull in, we're going to have confirmation that they grab liquidity here on this candle. If it closes and breaks this low, the liquidity grab trader will automatically get short. This is where the resting stops will be. Right below this low, if we can break this low of 86.5, then we should see this market really start falling apart down to our tradable gap of 70.75. So I'd like to see if we can break through this low here and then start firing V-tops all the way down into this tradable gap of 71. That's the idea this morning. We want to see if we can start grabbing these liquidity grabs once we start breaking this low. All right, so that's what we'll do here this morning. Your LG2, liquidity grab 2, takes the first liquidity grab after a V-top. So here's your V-top. Now we're just waiting until this pulls in, breaks this low, pulls us into the trade, and see if we can get this market rolling to the downside. All right, if it closes back green candle, like I said, you can simply toggle off the LG2 and wait for the next V-top. You can use it to manage your trades, guys. You manage your entries, your stops, and your exits.